next we're going to take a look at Blackboard and some of the tabs that you'll find within your course. You'll notice the announcement tab on the left. Every week I will post an announcement by noon on Monday. Many times it'll be earlier in the day, but I should have it most up to date by noon on Monday. And that announcement will just kind of give you an overview of what you can expect for the week, and if there are any changes that have been made on the syllabus or any additional directions or instructions that I want to give you for that week, that you can find those in the announcement area. So you'll still want to look and allow the course calendar to be your guide, but come to the announcement area also just to see if any changes have been made or anything that I need to share with you for that week. So you'll notice that there's a welcome message in the announcement area, and I would like for you to review through that. You can see my email address, the course syllabus and where it's located, the attendance as far as how long the semester runs, the 16-week semester. Discussion board assignments are reiterated. The test dates are also shown again, as you saw in the syllabus. Proctoring information, the MOS certification, quizzes, the textbook, a little bit more information about SNAP, the actual assignments within SNAP and what the expectations are for that. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into SNAP. And then also every week in the announcement area, again, I'll try to emphasize what tasks are due for that week, and they'll always be due at midnight on Sunday, or 11:55 I should say. So anyway, but this just gives you every week kind of my overview of what's going to be expected for the week. So please read through those announcements. They're not going to be this lengthy every week. But I definitely want you to touch base and just kind of see, make sure that you're on track for what's expected of that week. Then back to the tabs on the left, the Start Here. You're going to see, if you've probably already done this or you wouldn't be viewing these demonstrations, but you're going to see the demos that have been created, and then just additional information that might be helpful to you for the course. The syllabus has a tab of its own, just that you can immediately get to the syllabus. Textbook and SNAP, giving you the ISBN for that, a picture of what the textbook should look like, and then also information about the SNAP software. The Professor tab, as I mentioned previously, does have information about me. My office hours are located in here as well. And if for some reason those office hours aren't convenient for you, please email me or call me, because I may be able to meet you or discuss on the phone any issues that you may have outside of those times. So just because they're not listed here, don't, if you need to speak with me outside of that time, please, I'll try to work with you as far as either meeting you in my office or talking with you on the phone. So the concepts check, I would like for you, if you would, to grab your textbook. And I just want to refer to the textbook in conjunction with what some of these tabs are. The concepts check, if you go to the end of, let's say, they're at the end of every chapter, but let's go to the end of Chapter 7 in the Level 1 section. And at the end of Chapter 7, you'll see items that are consistent at the end of every chapter. But I want to first start with, actually let's go back to page 260. And you'll see on page 260 a chapter summary, and it runs over on page 261. So you'll have that as a chapter summary. Then if you flip the page to page 262, you're going to see concepts check. And that in this particular chapter, you're going to see that it runs on to page 263 as well. But these concept checks are very helpful, from what I understand from students, that if you review through those, it'll be very helpful to you when you take the quiz. And these concept checks, the answers to those are in this concept check tab. So you've got Level 1, click on that, and then the Chapter 1, Level 1, Chapter 1 answer key is right here. It's in a Word document, so you can open that up and you'll find the answers to those concepts check. Those same concept checks are also found in SNAP, so you could do it online and complete the answers if you'd want to do that as well. But they're found here in Blackboard for your convenience. The assessments on the left are actually, I'm going to go ahead into that. Level 1, we'll do Chapter 7 since I'm here. You will not see Chapter 7 because those are hidden from you until you actually get to them during that week. But in Chapter 7, and again back to the textbook, on pages 263 through 267, you'll find the assessments. These are exercises that help reinforce whether or not you've learned the content from that chapter. And what I've done in the assessments folder is I've placed a PDF file. What that is what that particular assessment is going to look like once you've completed it in Excel. Now, again, this is not an Excel workbook. It's only a PDF file that gives you what so you're not going to be able to see what the formulas might be or functions are going to be within the chapter or within the worksheet, but you'll definitely see what your answer should be. If your answers don't match, then you may want to contact me to see if maybe by chance you're doing something incorrectly on the workbook. So, see if I can get out of this now. Okay, so back to the textbook just a minute. You'll notice that there are, among those pages that I mentioned previously, there are 9 assessments. So there are 9 assessments here, okay, that will give you screenshots of what your results should be. And in addition, I want you to go back to your textbook for just a minute. On page 263, Assessment 1, you'll notice to the right there's an icon that says SNAP and then grade it. And that's an indicator to you that SNAP has that same assessment or one that's very similar that you're going to have to complete for points. So I mentioned this just briefly earlier. I highly recommend that you go through the assessments in the textbook on your own in Excel away from SNAP. Okay, just try to complete them on your own using the student data files that came with your textbook. You should have got a CD that had all the student data files on there. Use those student data files, follow the instructions, make sure that you can complete these assessments successfully. Then once you've done that, then go into SNAP where it's actually going to be graded for you and complete those assessments. I will mention, we can mention this here now, the SNAP, when it grades your assessments, it's going to grade it based on how you were taught in the chapter. So if you've gone through each one of these projects and used the features that they've shown you in the projects, then you'll want to use the same steps and procedures that you used in SNAP. Otherwise, SNAP will count those steps incorrectly, because I know some of you know how to complete those, maybe a certain feature with the steps that you've learned maybe in another class. But if that step or those procedures have not been taught in that chapter, then when you complete it in SNAP, you're going to be counted off and it's going to be an error. So as you can see in Chapter 7, all of the assessments except for 8 and 9, assessments 8 and 9 that are on pages 266 and 267, have SNAP assignments. So now that doesn't mean that you don't want to do assessments 8 and 9 maybe for practice or just to learn more. But all I'm saying here is in SNAP, you're only going to be graded for the first 7 assessments. Anything that has a SNAP graded to it, you're going to be completing those actually in SNAP for points. Okay, so those are your assessments. We'll talk again more when we get into SNAP about each one of these assessments. Then the course documents tab on the left-hand side, those are typically, that's an area where I'll post what typically would be, I guess, handouts that you might get in a classroom. So you can see also that I'll have a review sheet for you for level 1. You're not going to see that now, but those types of handouts I've put in the course documents area. And right now you can see the discussion board grading rubric, so you can open that up. That's a Word document where you can see the content or the items that I'll be looking for as I'm grading the discussion board. And then also you can go into the MOS resources folder. when you get further along in the semester, you'll want to take a look at the items that you'll be tested on when you take that certification exam. So that's there, but I will, in the announcement area, when I put things in the course documents area, I'll let you know that. I'll say, you know, I've placed a review sheet in the course documents tab or folder. So I'll refer to it frequently, but I just want you to know it's kind of a catch-all where I can put documents that you would typically maybe see as handouts if you were taking the course in the classroom. Then the discussions tab on the left again, you click on that. You'll see a thread. You probably see that at this point, and it may not be due for a while. I don't complete that. You can see now that I don't have that forum available even, but I will let you know when, you know, maybe week 3 or week 6 that I will put a discussion board in this area, and then you'll just need to respond to it. Okay? Communication and tools, you might use this if you want to send me an email. I know a lot of students, if they're sending me emails, they'll just open up their Campus Connect email and generate that email from there. However, you can come in and send me an email right here. Okay. Then help. The grades tab is where you'll find your grade center, and all your scores will be posted there. Okay, so that's Blackboard, and just some of you who've had classes at Ivy Tech are probably familiar with the various tabs, but I just want to kind of highlight those and let you know the content that's in each one of those tabs. Alright, SNAP. So we need to go to SNAP. We've talked about the tests and the tasks. So I think we've got this slide pretty much covered. I'll still need to cover SNAP, and I think I'll do that in another video.